You had this love for the new medium of television.
That was new media then.
Right.
Right.
I guess one of the shows you had discovered on television was Climax.
Yes. Now, in course study, we were identified that this is a live drama, and it was being done from CBS Television City in Los Angeles. Not normally, those all came out of New York. And so my professors concocted an idea that we'll write to them and find out if they'll allow you to come in and you can do whatever you want, in terms of course study. And I said, yes, what I'll do is I'll do a comparison of a black and white live drama and then button that up with a live color drama and see if there's a correlation at all. And so we wrote, and they said, yeah, why don't you come up? Sounds like an interesting project. I needed that for 3 units to graduate. So it was my special studies. So I left, and it was Easter vacation, and I walked into this imposing building. I was greeted by the associate producer. His name was Bob Banker, not Bob Banner, who my professors wrote the letter to thinking it was Bob Banner, but Bob Banker. And he just took me in hand. He says, come on, let's go to the rehearsal hall. And so for the next 3 days, I sat in the rehearsal hall and watched the process of rehearsal, how the director works with the talent. And then on the stage, the next 2 days, because they only had a day on camera to rehearse, and then the next day is more rehearsal, but then they're on the air. And that usually went on the air on a Thursday, an hour drama. And the fortunate thing about that experience is the director that I was allowed to follow and ask questions of was John Frankenheimer, who was a pisher at that time. He was all of maybe 26 years old, and he was already an icon. And he was so generous, so friendly. Anything I wanted to ask about that process, he was available, and it couldn't have been more generous. And the other thing that happened while there was the camera crew would come up and say, what are you doing, kid? And they would look over my shoulder, because I always had a clipboard and I'm making notes, and they would say, is there anything that I can help you with? How about some photographs? And I would say, if you have them, I'd love it. He says, no, we'll do them now. So armed with an Instamatic or something close to that, they took shots and then had them developed and then gave them to me. So I completed that study over the next summer. There was so much information. The art director gave me the plans. I got all the schedules from the associate director. I had talked to each and every one of them on what their job function was. I tried to get an overall idea of what it takes to do an hour live drama. Then I put it all together in the study, which is about 225 pages, double-spaced, and the only copy I could create was a carbon copy, no Xerox machines, so I didn't even keep a copy for myself. The original went into the library as special studies at San Diego State. The one copy I sent to CBS. They looked it over, and evidently they liked it, and they sent down the message that I wasn't allowed to go anyplace unless I came to CBS first.